I'll say this time and again, but Cordelia is only a good supreme if you're a witch. If you're a warlock, you are justified in hating her guts. And there's a number of reasons for this, but the first is that the witches have a major superiority complex. And whether or not their justification for this is valid, it shows up in prejudice and bias against the warlocks. Now, this is not a problem for the witches in the coven, but when you're a supreme and you're leading both parties, the warlocks and the witches, you have to be sensitive to the needs of both, and Cordelia was not. Her exposing the witches at the end of season 3 caused direct harm to the warlocks in season 8. Their entire school got burned down. Not to mention, Cordelia didn't do herself any favors when she replaced the entire Witches' Council with members of the Coven, with no respect given to the members of the Hawthorne School or the Warlock. So, at least in season 3, we had Quincy on the Witches' Council. In season 8, we had no Warlocks on the Witches' Council. Again, not doing her any favors. That superiority complex, the prejudice, the bias, the lack of representation, all of that culminated and caused the apocalypse. Now, I'm not going to say that I can blame her for directly causing the Antichrist to be born. We know that happened in season 1, and we know that the Antichrist incarnates any number of times. But in this iteration, the Antichrist was allowed to grow and cultivate in Hawthorne School because he showed so much potential as a warlock that they thought they finally had an opportunity to supplant the Supreme and then raise the Alpha, which is basically a male Supreme, aka the Antichrist. Knowing that they should have probably reported that threat sooner, but they finally thought they had an opportunity to supplant the Supreme, who, genuinely speaking, was horrible to him, right? She caused them harm. They had no loyalty to her. She did not deserve it. And for this and this alone, I will say that while Fiona had her flaws, and man, she did have plenty, like neglecting the coven altogether and also endangering the lives of the witches in it, especially if they threatened her rise or her supremacy, rather. While Fiona had her flaws, there was one thing that she was much better at than Cordelia could ever be, and that was social and political navigation. Fiona was a genius social and politically. And although we get the point of view of the coven members who don't actually like her, it is said that during her youth, she was quite popular. She knows everybody, friends with everybody, and as she was telling Misty Day, people are going to need you, and you're going to have a lot of friends kind of things. And she had them, right? She was able to call Stevie Nicks up, also a member of the coven, and bring her right in. So Fiona had those connections. Fiona was, if she wasn't well respected, she was at least feared. And that's something that we see the warlocks don't even care about with Cordelia, which is a problem because, you know, that is your supreme. Anyways, drop your thoughts in the comments though. Let me know what you guys think about Cordelia as the supreme, and I will see you guys in my next video.